ask the question.
Yeah, so can you tell me how you are and which band you're playing with?
Yeah, my name is Loïc. I'm the lead guitarist of the band Phenomy. We're a Lebanese metal band,
Okay.
and we started playing since 2014, late 2014.
Yes.
The band, first of all, I started playing with the drummer Rudy. We've known each other since we were kids, and we've always, jammed in his garage. Just like I think lots of bands started. But the thing is, it was in a place in Lebanon where, metal music is not really recognized there. It's
Yeah.
not really appreciated nor supported. So we just did it for fun. We're just, playing Metallica and Pantera covers
Yeah.
every weekend. And then in the end, I started, writing my own riffs, jamming with Rudy around them. And then friends started to come and see us play and play with us and jam with us. And then I don't remember who said, like, why don't you form a band? And for us, it was like, it's impossible. It was something very great to have a band. The examples we had were, Metallica, Testament, and all these bands. So for us, it was, impossible to make a band and make it act live.
Yeah.
So then we said, let's do it for fun, just in the garage. Let's bring a singer and a few friends who can play bass and another guitarist, just like, because we didn't really know how to form a band. We just did what other bands did, just add a bassist, add a vocalist, and start jamming. So a few friends joined, and then we started making it more current, writing more music, getting inspired from, taking from inspirations from Exodus, from Megadeth, mainly Metallica, Pantera, these kind of thrash metal, groove metal bands.
Yeah.
Later on, we saw that we had, a few things that were really written, fully composed songs.
Exactly.
We started to say, hey, we can really do something about it. We can start making maybe a live gig, going live. And doing that in Lebanon wasn't really, easy to do.
Yeah.
So we even never thought, like, not even like in a dream, that one day would be playing like abroad, Lebanon, or, playing a gig elsewhere.
Yeah.
We just thought we're going to stay in the garage and just play a few songs here and there. And that was it. So yeah, this is how the band started, just from having fun, playing riffs, jamming with friends, and it just built up from there.
Okay. So how many gigs have you did with your band today?
Well, I can't count them. I never counted them, but what I still can't believe is that we started in a small garage in Lebanon in the middle of nowhere, where I know a lot of people never heard of the country. And yet we got to play at Wacken Open Air. We got to tour Eastern Europe, the whole of it. And actually it was with a Swedish band called Repay. I think they disbanded.
Yeah, I think I know. You told me about the Shaker band I recorded interview last time.
Yeah, we played with Chugger at Wacken. We shared some beers together too. It was fun. And we played with Children of Bodom in Romania. We did some, things that we would never dream to do. And spending time with Alexi Laiho, in the locker room, seeing Max Cavalera, all the people you grew up watching on YouTube in front of you. It was just insane. Even Sepultura, Andreas Kisser, Derek Green. So meeting them in person was really an honor for us, and we would have never thought that we would reach this place ever.
Yeah, I can understand that. It's like a big dream going up.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and it just happened just like that, with I think the first gig we played internationally, it was 3 months after we formed.
Yeah.
We went and we played in Turkey with big bands like, Orphaned Land. And it was our first international. I think it was a festival in Çanakkale in Turkey. It was just 3 months after we formed. We didn't even know how we got there, but it was really interesting, and we had a blast. And since then, it's just an unbelievable journey.
Okay, so have you been in Sweden and played?
We've never been to Sweden, even though I think the people we've crossed roads with the most were Swedish people and Swedish bands.
Yeah.
Chugger, for example, Repay. Our first tour was with a Swedish band.
Yeah.
Even I don't know if you heard about the story, but the ex-Swedish ambassador was Jörgen Lindström, and he was a metalhead, a die-hard metalhead.
I don't know that story, but if you want to tell, you can tell.
So basically, the Swedish ambassador in Lebanon was a die-hard metalhead fan, and he used to go and support metal bands in Lebanon, just watch their gigs, support them on social media, share their stuff. He was such a cool guy. I think now he's back in Sweden, but he came to Wacken, he watched us at Wacken, and we had beer, and we had really fun having time with him. He was a great, cool guy. He still is, but we lost touch, I think, because everyone is in a part of the world right now. But it was so cool to have, a Swedish ambassador in Lebanon as a metalhead. You would never see that in Lebanon.
Okay, so just metal in Lebanon is hard to make.
Yeah, exactly.
I think because I know my friend, he told me the same. It's very hard and live with the music from the metal music.
Yeah, exactly. It's not the people's favorite choice. The popular music there is mostly Arabic. There may be a little bit of hip hop and mainly radio music.
Okay.
But yeah, metal is way back in the preferences.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah, so basically, it was the first lineup of the band, and we were just sharing ideas on the WhatsApp group or whatever it was, and there was like all kind of crazy because the band we were in before that was called Backlash.
Okay.
It was it was the band we used to play in the garage with, and the thing is, we were searching for a better name, because Backlash just comes from a reference from, when we were kids, we used to watch lots of WWE. And I think that's where we got mostly to know bands, playing the video games and watching the WWE events. And Backlash was one of their pay-per-views, I think, and it fitted the kind of thrash metal we were playing. But then we wanted something a little more, original for us.
Yeah.
And after throwing lots of names and stuff, I was like, we don't have to choose a name that has really a meaning, exact meaning. We can choose a name that we just like, and that we will create the meaning of it later on. And then from the word, so basically we just found that it comes from the word phenomenal, and we liked the sound of it. We had already the idea of how it would look.
Yeah.
And we just thought it was a cool name. It was very versatile to use in whatever kind of music we wanted to write. If we wanted something extreme, it fitted. If we wanted something a little smoother, a little bit calmer, it fitted as well. So we thought it fitted all the things we wanted to highlight. So we went for it, and I think we made a good choice for ourselves.
Okay, so that's the story. So how many albums have you released with your band?
We released 2 albums, and now we're currently releasing the third. I think it should drop by beginning to 2022.
Okay.
We were supposed to release it this year, of course, but everything that happened in the world, and especially in Lebanon, I had to leave Lebanon. I'm currently in Germany. I reside now in Germany. With all the problems we had, everything, the economy in Lebanon, everything that it went through with the COVID and the
COVID.
Yeah, we had to, I had to move on and find something to get an income and start to, grow back the band and put it back on the map. And how to do that basically is marketing and getting back to play live and to play shows. So the step we had to take, we had to, postpone everything and make it right.
I can understand. And I think it's after the corona have been in this earth, I think it's hard to every underground metal band are coming up again.
Yeah, exactly. It's been hard. I mean, even for big bands, I heard like big bands had huge issues because of stopping playing live, because this is where they get their bread from.
Yeah.
So I think that was a huge issue for everyone. But basically what happened in Lebanon was that other than the COVID, everyone was stuck at home. No one could, really go and record their stuff or play live shows. Or with all that, we didn't have electricity. We had lots of problems transferring money to, paying for marketing, paying for the stuff that we work with every day. So all that stopped. So we really had to back down, because if we released our music just like that, it would be just wasted and we couldn't really promote it. This is why we decided to postpone everything. And now that we're realigning, recreating ourselves, we put new ideas in the album. We decided to put new ideas, and we're going to start announcing everything very soon, because I think it's going to be very, very soon until we start talking about it and releasing everything we've been working on for the last year.
Okay, nice. So maybe we, on the Veckans Band, we said we will play that on the metal radio.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Thank you. I think you played our music 2 days ago, and it was fucking awesome. Thanks.
No problem. That's what we are for. So, by the way, I think it's playing in my 24/7 list right now. So
awesome.
So so who made the song? Are you just one people in the band, or do you write the song together with everyone?
Yeah, usually I think it usually starts with something I came up with, a riff or a melody or something, and then I send the idea to the guys and we start jamming on it. And basically I write the lyrics, because usually I know I have an idea about what I want to go with the song, where it's gonna go, and what I want to talk about. So and we start, putting things together. Now that was the classic way of composing. This we just wrote riffs, music, and then when the album was done, we started. Okay, we need to put words on these. Yeah. And this is where I started to think about the theme or topic that would fit that music, and we would start writing lyrics for it. But recently, for the last album, we went more for a theme, a specific theme. So I had to write, like, if you want, a story. Yeah. And from that story, I started taking the lyrics and putting all together. So basically what you're going to get is a concept album that is talking about one specific story.
So how long time that will take and make a song for you? If you start today, when that song will be finished?
Yeah, some songs take like finish in an hour, just writing, composing, and recording. Sometimes it takes months. Yeah. Sometimes we still have riffs that we don't know what to do with. It's just in the, in the archive, in our archive. Yeah. So, it depends. Sometimes the song comes up quickly together. Sometimes it takes a month to. Okay. And maybe sometimes it passes albums until until we really use it and use sometimes just the title. We have the title, but then the song ends up with another title, and we reuse this title for another song. So
Okay, so you use the same title. So
yeah, it's just, basically when the album is about to get out, just like right now, I think this is where really the songs get their titles, their final titles, final lyrics. It's really in the last stages.
yeah, I like the last song you sent to me. That's really great song.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because we used to play like traditional thrash metal.
yeah,
It was the first album was basically old school thrash metal. It sounds like very old school. The second album was more like a tribal kind of theme.
yeah,
And now we decided to go little bit modern, a little bit more groovy, and define a sound, because you can hear a lot of influences in the first two albums. You can hear lots of Testament, you can hear lots of Metallica, you can hear lots of Pantera.
yeah.
But I think this album will be really what Phenomy is all about, and what really Phenomy sounds like.
That's
So
true.
it's really the time of the band.
That's true. Well, when you're talking about Testament and Metallica and Megadeth, then I have to ask: do you have been on the Big Four?
No, I've never seen the Big Four, but we've seen Metallica in Turkey.
Okay.
And yeah, I wish I was at the Big Four, and I got to see Slayer also on their last show in Seattle. A good friend of mine invited me, and I saw Slayer with Lamb of God and Anthrax and Napalm Death and Testament at the show in Seattle. It was one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But I didn't believe that. But when I saw, I really understood what Lamb of God was all about, and this is where I really understood why they are that big. Because when you see Lamb of God live, it's a totally different experience here in the album.
I was on the Big Four on 2004 here in Sweden, and that was awesome.
Yeah, this is it, man. You guys get to see all these great bands all the time. We are in Lebanon. We need it. Every time you want to go see a band, you have to take the visa, and then you have to. It's not really easy for us, but yeah, we saw Metallica, and when we played Veckans and all these festivals, we got also not just to perform, but to be also as fans watch our favorite bands play in front of us. So
that's that's the problem with me and my friends, why we don't meet so much. So
but basically, In Flames is my second favorite band.
Yeah.
British band, In Flames, and watching them in Veckans, I used to like In Flames a lot, but when I saw them live in Veckans, this is where they really became important to me, because I think it was one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, that's great. So the music, if we're talking about the music, how important is the music for you?
You mean how?
How? Can you repeat?
I didn't hear you.
I say, how important is the music for you?
Yeah, well, actually, I think when I was a kid, I didn't really care about music. It just came as a background with things that I like. With video games, TV shows. It was just I like the background feel of it. And then at 14, I think I was skipping on TV.
Yeah.
And then a show came up, and I heard a song that I used to hear in a wrestling show, and it was Sting's in WCW. Sting's entrance song and it was "Seek and Destroy." And there was this band playing the song that I knew from that guy, and this is where it clicked. This is where I started following Metallica and
Okay.
Because you hear if they could write this kind of music, what other kind of songs can they write? And it was, I think, the 2003 Rock am Ring show. It was passing on MTV.
Yeah.
I think it was Headbangers Ball back then. It was the days of Headbangers Ball, and they were passing this show. It was 2003 Metallica live at Rock am Ring. And this is where really it shocked me. It was like a slap in the face. It was huge. There was thousands and thousands of people watching the band, and it was really a cool thing for me as a kid to see. And then I went to school and started understanding these guys who were teaching and learning electric guitar, and I couldn't understand them before that. So then some friends started to hey, I can play this song from Metallica, and hey, I can play this song that you heard on whatever. And this is where I really wanted to learn how to play guitar. And but I took few lessons, but I never really learned how to play guitar.
Yeah.
I just then started to learn by ear, and I picked up from there. Just wanting to learn the next Metallica Pantera song.
So you can just listen to one song and then you can play that after.
Yeah, exactly. Because music theory wasn't really talking to me. It never helped me, or I never felt inspired to learn it, or even until today, I never really needed it to compose.
Okay.
And I know that my favorite musicians, almost all of them, never learned music. They just write and played whatever they felt like. And this is, I think, my school of music. Just like playing heavy music and just expressing whatever goes out, not knowing any kind of theory or method.
I think it's very hard and just listen to one song and then play after.
Yeah. Well, the thing is it just becomes like it's much easier to me to listen to it and try to play it than to try to read notes and try to refer it to the song. For me, it just got a routine, to listen to stuff and try to play them. Even until today, I never really, I never said one day, hey, I need to learn how to sweep, or I need to learn how to shred. It just went to, this song needs sweeping. Okay, so how do we do that? And now I start watching videos and to learn stuff, and this is how I learned, basically.
Yeah,
but yeah,
you don't just sitting with the paper and play with the paper.
Yeah, just I hold the guitar and I start, just ripping and jamming. Whatever comes out, comes out.
Yeah, and then recording.
Exactly.
So where do you see your band about 5 years?
Well, I could never predict, because if you asked me where I could see it in 5 years, I would have told you just in Lebanon, playing in pubs and, playing for our friends. And I would have never told you that we'd play festivals and we'd go to Europe and release all these albums and singles. So I can't say, but I really hope that, and this is because for us, there is no plan B, There's only, this is what we want to do. It's not like if it's hard and it doesn't work, we're going to do something else. There's no something else, just that. And
if it end is end.
Yeah, there's no, maybe I'm gonna, I don't know. Of course, we have our daily jobs and we have our other things that bring us income, but in the end, this is the thing that we really want to do.
Yeah.
And basically, this is, it's just not gonna stop, even if I don't know what.
Can you make?
Come up.
Sorry, I said, can you make money on your music right now?
Can I make
money, also cash?
Do we make money? Sometimes playing festival, we sell merchandise. Sometimes we get paid to play shows, but we don't really make an income and live out of it yet, of course. I think most of the bands don't live anymore.
Yeah.
Sadly, the music industry is becoming tougher and tougher every day. But we've been fortunate enough. Last time we played in Czech and in Romania, we sold a lot of merchandise, and that was hilarious. We couldn't believe the end. Seeing what we've sold, and we've never done that before. So every time it's becoming better and better, and we're thankful for that, because we really come from a country where you can't even dream about having that, and just having just that is already something big for us. And we always hope to go up and up and up.
Yeah, I can understand this. Like we talking about for a few minutes ago, it's hard to make music in your country with metal music, I think. So, what make your band different from the other bands?
Yeah, first of all, talking about my country and this music, I don't know if you heard, but we had a tour with Sepultura in Russia, and we were supposed to tour in Sepultura, and the last gig was supposed to be Sepultura in Lebanon.
No, I don't hear that.
Yeah. So with that, there was an old music clip of Sepultura where they showed the Israeli flag getting burned. And this is where the Lebanese authority decided to not allow Sepultura into Lebanon.
Yeah.
And they decided to say that Sepultura was a Satanist band. And this is why everything got canceled. They couldn't play in Lebanon for something that wasn't even justified. So this is exactly how tough it is there for the metal music. So this is why, to me, other metal musicians, I respect them. And because I know that they are doing something that's, and you could only understand it that if you were from Lebanon, you would understand what they have to go through to just make a band and just release music.
That's what my friend talking about also.
Yeah, but we don't want to nag about it. We just want to say that it got better. The music scene there got better, and now it's not just like in the 90s and in the 2000s. You can go out with long hair and wearing black and pentagrams. No one will tell you anything, really. Some people will look at you, the weird face and all. But
so you cannot have like this.
Yeah, exactly. At that, I can see the Metallica Master of Puppets.
Yeah, I have all these bands are in my YouTube channel. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So we'll send T-shirts.
Oh, thanks. I would be very happy with. So
do that.
Have you some gig plan for next year?
Yeah, we have some stuff prepared, but still we can't announce them because it comes with the whole thing, announcing the album and then announcing the festivals, the shows, and it's gonna come bit per bit. But now for the Lebanese bands, I think, we have lots of interesting bands in Lebanon. But the thing is that they don't have the motivation to work harder and dedicate themselves to the band, because they will either die from hunger or they will never find it.
You can understand.
Fortunate enough to have all these experiences that really gives us the motivation. And we really have I think the coolest fans anyone could, we have fans that would really every day blast Phenomy, and, they would let you know it, that they love and appreciate your music. And this is why I think we have this motivation and why we're always trying to get better and better at what we do.
That's great.
Yeah. difference.
I think it's great if you have a lot of people, you know, following you and typing with you and say, "Oh, I like your songs," and that make you to be better.
Yeah, definitely, because you know, for them, they think that if you're in a band and you've played abroad, sometimes they're intimidated, you know, intimidated by you.
Yeah.
Yeah, my tongue locked. They are intimidated by you, and you just don't want to come and say hi or send you a message on Instagram. But as soon as they do, or if they cross roads with us on the streets, they just find that we're just like, you know, just like anyone
Yes.
else.
So, but
So,
are your band in your country, is it big or just underground like here in Sweden? What will you say?
well, I think if you make a concert in Lebanon, you can have from 100 people to 300 people, and sometimes you can get like 700 or 800 people watching your show.
Yeah.
But this is from all Lebanon, not just because Lebanon is a very small country.
Yeah.
So when there's a concert, it's not just like when you say in Stockholm, you know, just the Stockholm scene are in there. Lebanon is just like a whole country coming together and at a metal show. But yeah, I think we have lots of rock and metal enthusiasts and fans, but I think it's just Lebanon who's not really, you know, promoting this music. So some people don't even know that we exist. You know, just like I don't know about Zarek's band.
Exactly.
There's a lot of people who maybe never heard of Phenomy because all they have is these big bands on YouTube.
Yeah.
They don't know. So yeah, I think we have a lot of metal because I think it comes from the frustration of, you know, metal music starts with anger, basically.
I think so too.
Yeah, and it helps you go through this anger and unleash this anger in a good form, I think, artistic form. And this is why I think there's a lot of rock and metal fans in Lebanon. But yeah, usually the scene is small and the gigs are not really crowded. But for the if you want for the size of the country, I think it's a good scene. It's a big scene.
Yeah, I think so too. So that was my last question. And for that, I want to ask: do you want to say something to everyone want to see this interview with you? And do you want to say anything to Veckans Band?
Right. First of all, thanks to you.
Thank you.
I wish you all the success, and I hope that this thing you are doing to help and promote the bands one day will be able to be big enough and help you to grow too.
I hope so too.
Yeah, you are supporting us. We hope to support you too one day. And we ask everyone who know or don't know us, watching us right now, to check out our pages because we're going to start releasing really cool stuff. And it's not just an album. There's really cool stuff that are coming all together. It's a whole concept that we worked on and we're going to release very soon. So stay tuned with Phenomy and we'll see you very soon.
Thanks.